Hi, welcome to the Monthly Skinny, where we dig into the most recent numbers from the Twin Cities housing market. I'm Andy Fazinen, the 2013 president of the Minneapolis Area Association of Realtors.
And I'm Carrie Lynn, immediate past president.
Housing has been at center court in 2012, and the jump ball has been in favor of both buyers and sellers. For the first time since 2006, housing is on track to be a net positive contributor to the GDP. After 6 long years with a losing record, it's about time for a substitution. Housing markets were once overburdened with distressed properties, excessive supply, and weak consumer demand, but a timeout was taken in 2012, and the market was able to rehydrate and breathe easier.
And now for some numbers. Compared to December 2011, we had only 0.7% more closings in December 2012. For the year as a whole, however, we saw nearly 17% more sales activity. In fact, buyers fell about 780 units shy of surpassing 2006 sales volumes. That's barely a week's worth of purchase activity. We're looking forward to next year's rematch.
The median sales price of $168,200 was up 16% for the playtime of December. For the entire year's game, the median price of $167,900 was up 11.9% compared to 2011. That's the highest December median price since 2007 and marks the 10th consecutive month of gains over 2011. That's also the largest annual price increase on record. There are 3 drivers of price gains: less supply, more demand, and a recovering lender-mediated segment.
When faced with inventory constraints, some consumers revised their game plan with a sense of urgency. Buyers ended the year with 11,875 homes from which to choose, or 31.8% fewer than last year. Switching teams, sellers also had 31.8% less competition. That's 57% fewer homes for sale than in 2007. At 2.9 months of supply, it's a trend that's pushing our region towards a seller's market, but strong affordability and low rates still favor the buyer's team.
Speaking of which, those who did sell in 2012 realized 94% of their list price on average. That's up 3.7% from 2011 and the highest since 2007. The month of December followed the same trend. This shift shows just how common multiple offers have become on well-priced, well-presented listings. It's consistent with improvements in other metrics and with market recovery in general.
Housing fans are still cheering for more jobs, as they should. An improving labor market has potential to fuel new housing demand through new household formations. Washington must also do its part. There's still time for our elected officials to be part of the solution. It'll take smart policy and tough compromising. But let's continue moving our great nation forward. That's the Twin Cities Skinny for this month.
Check back next month for the latest.